Alright, today I'm going to show y'all how to make a melodic guitar loop for Quando, Rondo, Dirk, Rod Wave, even NBA Youngboy. Just a simple melodic pain loop that any of them could rap over. This is the loop I'll be breaking down. So I started with this piano chord progression. So I have these very wide chord shapes. All this is a fifth, so I got my root note, and then 5 degrees up I have the other note. So basically if I were to make a full D chord, it looks like this, and I just took out the middle note and then I put that fifth up another octave. And I did that with all the chords, as you can see. The bass line for this chord progression is super simple. It's just D minor, C major, and then B flat major. So I'm just going straight down the D minor scale. And I'm just adding little accent notes and fills in between the chords being played, just so it's not too boring. And then as it transitions from C major back to D minor, I did this little thing where I just play the notes up and down. It just sounds kind of nice. And then in the second half, I added harmonies on top of the fifth. So on top of this G, I added this C, and then on top of this F, I added this A here. And this thing I did over here, I just took it up an octave over here. And I'll play the top line real quick. I'm just going down the scale in the beginning. And then these little rolls here. This G sharp is out of key technically because it's not in the key of D minor. If I were to put the scale highlighting on, you can see it's on a black note or a black space, but that's what's called the blue note, and it's a very helpful note in melodic loops because it gives it like a soulful feel when used quickly like that. So if you want to find your blue note, just count 6 half steps up from your root note. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. And then another blue note, there's actually 2 blue notes, or you can use it like a blue note, is if you go 1 half step above the root note of the scale. So D sharp is also a blue note. You see I used it here. Just play, if you play it in like a triplet, or if you play it like fast, then it'll sound good, but you don't want to stay on that note for too long, so don't abuse it. And then this up here, that's just a D minor chord, just arpeggiated, just lower and then up an octave, and then just a little like random lick here. The piano I'm using is the grandeur. I put it all the way on the soft side. And for effects, I just cut the EQ down here, added some concert hall Valhalla reverb, put the highs up a bit, and then cut the lows to make space for the bass and guitars. So once I had that, I just played the chord progression on my guitar. This is the same chord progression, just D minor, C major, and then A flat or B flat major. The preset I used is the Seth Got the Waves classic clean right here. And then next I got this little counter melody to go with it. And this is the classic clean counter preset. And the extra thing I did was just boost the highs a little bit just because I like the way that sounded. So on top of this, I added a little vocal run from Vocal Runs 2. And then I think I got another one right here. I love this plugin. It's just like, it's like that. It just has little like vocal phrases and shit. It sounds really nice. And I just put some reverb on it just to make it sound better. Alright, next thing we got is more guitar. This is a distorted lead. This is using one of the default presets, screaming lead. And then I like to put the noise gate up to like 30 something. Otherwise you're gonna get a bunch of like random ass noises. And this is the pattern I played. So the way you want to play these is you want to bend at the 4th degree in your scale. So I'm in D minor, so that 4th degree is G. So I just go on G and I just bend all the way up. And then this is just like some pentatonic scale shit in the rest of here. Just very basic, but it sounds good. And then finally we got this bass line. You can see I'm following the same bass line as my chords. You have to, otherwise it'll sound whack. And there's just like some filler like riffs and stuff. And that's the whole loop. We'll play it one more time. So keeping in mind everything I just talked about, you can see it's a really simple loop. It's just you put all the instruments together and it sounds nice and full, but there's really not that much going on. Anyway, I hope you learned something from this video. Let me know what other type videos you want, and with that I'll be out. See ya.